But then that was like the
No,
third time that I had to crash.
please don't sing. Please don't sing.
If
Whatever you do.
Dish could give us a good long elongated moan.
Dish can do anything,
Or
any
a
goddamn thing
sigh.
she wants. Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Oh shit, we're live.
Didn't you just hear me say I'm going live?
I wasn't paying attention. I was talking about.
Of course you don't pay attention. What's wrong with you? Anyway, we're live, and it's Friday.
Yay.
I'm awake, waiting on Hurricane Lee. The ocean's already pissed off right now.
There's like a perfect storm brewing out there, isn't there? And there are like two storms getting ready to hit and like combined.
There's one. So Lee's like
Yeah,
here.
Biden and Kamalia.
Lee's here. So Lee's right here on this finger, and the other one is like southwest of it.
Yep.
But what's going to happen is that as soon as it hits Maine, right?
Bada
So,
bing, bada boom.
so if anybody's ever seen the picture of Massachusetts, you get the little arm, right? So that's Cape Cod, okay? And the north part of Cape Cod, that's all right. What happens is when the storms come in and they do this, well, a hurricane's winds are counterclockwise. They're not clockwise. They're counterclockwise. Okay.
You see that, Mikey?
So it's going to what?
You're screwed.
Whoops, wrong guy. Wrong guy.
Okay, let me try to get a look.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you see how it spins? It spins counterclockwise.
Yeah, but you see, this is the one getting ready to hit. And I'm backwards. This is the one getting ready to hit you, and this is the one coming right like to meet it.
Yeah.
They both got sucked up. That means that storm ahead of them is pretty powerful.
And then whatever the hell's going on up here is
that's
it's
what
nasty.
sucked them over.
So
yeah.
The thing is that down at the Cape, the north side of the little arm, if you will, right? Because the wind's doing, the wind's counterclockwise, it's going to hit. It's just the surge is just going to suck, right? And then what happens is, as the fucking storm moves forward, the winds come out of the south again.
This is a great app, you guys. You should throw this on your phone. It's just called Windy. Windy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Windy does Dallas.
Does it have 19 million ads?
I haven't really noticed too many.
Look, this is doing it right now.
It's better than I tell you what, it's better than like AccuWeather or the Weather Channel apps that I've had.
Bless you, Dish.
Thank you. You know me so well.
I think I know you.
So
bad for that big storm, because that hurricane was heading straight for my daughter, who not even unpacked in her new house in Florida.
We've your
eye on it.
I'm really not even supposed to get that much rain, but we're supposed to get the wind gusts of 45 miles an hour.
Right.
I think it was sustained around 20.
Watch out for natural fires heading towards town, because I'm getting a deja vu from that.
But yeah, so it's I'm just waiting on a friend. But
what's amazing is we haven't heard end of the world shit on the news here like every fucking hour like we normally do with these hurricanes. You know what I mean? Like this, the one that's getting ready to hit you, Mikey. It's not even hitting our. They're not even talking about it here.
Well, there was a little important Biden news in the last couple of days. So,
the aliens in Mexico.
The thing is that what people don't know. Well, you guys probably do, but what some people don't understand is that like that hurricane hit Sanibel Island in Florida last year and just fucking devastated it. That son of a bitch just sat 60 miles offshore and did this.
Yeah, that's when they did.
And when it moved, it legit did not move. It just sat there and did this. It did that for a couple of reasons. But now you flip it over to the Atlantic, okay? And yeah, down to Florida, down to Georgia, South Carolina. Once you get north of North Carolina, it's a different ballgame because now the water temperature of the ocean changes.
Yep.
So that slows down the fucking hurricane. By the time that's going to hit Maine, they said it might be a category 1, if that. If it won't, if not, it'd be just a tropical storm because of the cold water.
But still,
Now,
that's
if
nothing
this
to
was
blow
fucking
off.
July, look the fuck out.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know what I
Sandy
mean?
wasn't supposed to be that bad either. And look how the devastation Sandy did on New York City and stuff. That one, Sandy wasn't supposed to be that bad.
Well, that's because New York City's just like fucking New Orleans. It's
Below sea level and shit.
2 inches above fucking sea level. So, but it's like a lot of those cities. What do you call it there in New Jersey, right there at the tunnel there? They're all fucking. A lot of those cities don't have. Cape Cod, Mass is first of all, it's a fucking island, technically. Just you got to get over there on a bridge. Technically 2 bridges you can take to get on the Cape. It's fucking. I think the highest point's fucking 5 feet off the fucking. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and that's a sand dune, probably.
You get down there and you're fucking driving. It's like you're in 5 inches of fucking water.
Yeah, they're called barrier islands. They were put there to help absorb the storm before it hit mainland.
And the problem is that
giant waves and
right. Well, the problem with that is that, like I said, when the storm does this, it comes up the eastern seaboard, the people get fucked.
Hey, where's Shalise and Sticky Steve at tonight?
I don't know. I invited Shalisa. I sent her a link. I invited Powder Beauty, sent her a link.
I don't know, but Shalisa got hooked up with a really huge channel, pretty good channel. So she might not be able to have time for us little people anymore.
Oh, is that a fact? Oh,
I'm kidding.
Because you know what I would have did, don't you?
Probably went over and liked the channel.
Oh, no, I would have went over and said, I see you don't have time for us little people, just the big people. Well, you have yourself a great night. I would have fucking
we should tease the fuck out of her, all of us. Oh, I see. Now you hook up with that 80,000 subscriber channel. You ain't got no time for my little 1900.
All right, so who's in here? Who's not in here? Jay Watt, first one up.
Whoop, whoop.
What's going on, kid? Is Susie still visiting with still dog sitting or house sitting or?
Yep, house sitting, babysitting, and running errands.
No. But Stevie's here, so Stevie's woodworking at Homestead minus the nicer one, Susie. Isn't here, but that's okay. She'll be back. As you can see, Mr. Ohio Wolverine's in here with us. SKS Hugo, what's going on, kid? Good to see you. Do you have a beautiful dish outdoors sitting right beside me?
Hey, everybody.
I need a fan.
She's the hot one on the panel. Just saying.
I'm always hot.
That's a matter of opinion.
You were hot the first day I met you. Except when I met you, you used to wear a ball cap all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Now you don't wear a ball cap no more.
She's out of her shell now.
She's a cool chick. She wears a fucking ball cap.
I still wear one almost every day.
So let me get this straight. You wear a fucking ball cap every day, just not a Mikey shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, just checking.
Because she can let her hair down on this chat, baby.
Well, she lets her hair down every time, So the hurricane is gonna do some coastal damage. I shouldn't be. All I should just get is the winds. So I'm really not. I'm kind of worried about the trailer because the trailer is still up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I was going up north this weekend before I heard that it was going to hit us. I was going to go up north this weekend and do the painting I was supposed to be doing, but the last 2 weeks it rained and I couldn't do it. And so I'm like, fuck, I'm driving home from work tonight. And I'm like,
I think you should go up there with your video camera. You might have
well,
a little little watch-worthy adventure going on.
I come home and I said to the wife, I go, you know what I should do? She goes, what? I goes, I should probably really go to New Hampshire. She goes, oh, and stay in the trailer in 40-mile-an-hour winds with all those trees above your head.
Yikes.
How long do you think you're going to sleep?
Did you check on your insurance policy on the...
Oh, no, the insurance is fine. Insurance is fine. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm also I was a little bit worried about my little 10-foot canopy. I bought a Coleman 10-foot canopy. But it's all spiked in the ground.
And them spikes ain't, unless they're the... are
they
with the cables and all that?
These spikes are in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And it's New Hampshire, so it's all... New Hampshire, they call it the Granite State. They don't call it the Granite State for nothing, because you can't dig a hole in the state of New Hampshire unless you're on the beach, whatever, in a rock.
Right.
So it's...
Otherwise, they end up in the top of a spruce somewhere.
Exactly.
Been there, done that. Mm-hmm.
But I just notified my cousin, and he's keeping an eye on him. A little shout out to my my good buddy Corey, if you're listening. Have yourself a great weekend. Corey and I work together at my part-time gig.
Corey Ames or the other Corey?
And he listens to us. So, Miss Shalisa, you have a link. And don't tell me you don't, because I made sure it went through this time.
He made sure.
He is.
If you in the Sass Green 13th, man, how the fuck are you?
How you doing?
Garden throws out of the house almost done. Are you shitting me? It's fucking garden's almost frozen. Are you kidding me?
That time of year.
Hot for a couple of days. Can't wait for hard freeze to get some good fishing in.
Oh, we got down to 46 the other night.
Dude, I so fucking want. I want to go to be able to go to Canada. Sass is like the coolest fucking guy on here. Fucking.
There's
The guy
more
fucking. The guy ice
way
fishes.
to skin a cat.
He ice fishes from Halloween to fucking Easter Sunday, for Christ's sake.
Right.
49. I'm sorry, I screenshot it.
It's like 55 here, I think.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like 46 here other night, 46 or 47.
Yeah, it was chilly, but
I actually had to get up and close the window. I was like, "What the hell?" I had the window open, thinking it was going to be nice all night, and it got. Well, I could have got an extra blanket, but it was just quicker to shut the window.
Well, let me explain to you what my wife does in high 40s degree weather. Not only does she have the fucking window open, and then she turns the fan on, which is about 8 inches away from the fucking window. I get in my bed last night, and I'm like, whoa. And she says, what's the matter? I go, are you fucking hanging meat in here?
Right.
And she's like, oh, it's not that cold. She says, I'm hot. I go, oh, you're going to the fucking girl.
Be nice. Be nice or pay the
She's
price.
like, no. I go, well, you haven't been bitchy. You've just been regular bitchy. I said, but Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me right now? So then, of course, what do? Because she's an absolute hotbox, right? She's Italian, so she's fucking, it's like, staple my body right to hers. She's like, hey asshole. I go, what, baby? She goes, I'm going to sleep. I go, me too, but I'm not going to sleep on you. I don't want my pear kid. I go, don't make me get up and put my long johns on. God damn, it was cold. It was 34 degrees in the morning. 75 by the afternoon. Now it's 40. So you know what that sounds like? That sounds like Jacksonville in like November. It gets cold. I can remember my grandfather telling me he'd go down and visit his brother down in Jacksonville, and he'd watch the kids go to school, jackets on, and dragging them home in the afternoon.
Yeah. Sounds to me like the government's controlling the weather. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Stop that bullshit, will you please? I ran out of fucking tinfoil, you people. Okay.
You don't need a tinfoil hat now. That's all documented and shit.
Oh, stop it. Oh.
Look at Ohio adding to the collection back there.
The other thing is, if you guys out in the, well, you guys can do on the panel, obviously do it too, but you guys out in the thing and hello, who was the other shout I was supposed to do? Uncle Cow. How the hell are you? If you guys go in the description and click that link, there was a fire at a local auto body junkyard today, which is a quarter of a mile down from where I work. Not even a quarter mile. Let me tell you how big the flames were before the roof collapsed. There's oaks and pines, and they're huge. They're not, 20, 30, 40, 50 footers. They're fucking up there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you can see, the fucking smoke was fucking disgusting. It was as black. Close your eyes. It was as black can be.
Careful.
And then the flames, I could see the flames over the top of the trees. And then the fucking roof let go. The problem is that, and I put a link in the description, you guys can see it. The problem is that some people get hurt, they get burned bad. It's not really a... Tinfoil hats give Mikey headaches, create some type of interference with the plate in his head. Listen, fuckface.
Andy pees his pants every time the microwave goes on.
Listen, fuckface. I don't want to hear it tonight. Okay? If you're not going to be nice, I'm going to have Dish throw you off.
Should have just transfer him to another room.
She's my sergeant at arms. All right.
So, have you guys seen the videos about the with like Liberty Safes and all the money they donated to the Democratic people?
Well.
What's a Liberty Safe?
Well, Liberty is a safe company that makes gun safes that they were bought out by another company not too long ago. And the new company donated, under new ownership, they donated a lot of money to the Democratic Party in order for them. Now, there was tariffs on foreign safes or whatever, safes from China and stuff like that. But they didn't write it that way. They wrote it to just like basically charge extra tax or tariff on like basically all safes. So the Democrats got together and like 5 of them wrote a letter to some department, Commerce Department or something, to get rid of those tariffs to make it more affordable to buy safe storage for firearms. Because the Democrats are all about safe storage for firearms, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and pass a law in certain states and try to make it a national law that everyone who owns a gun has to own a safe. So
they were trying to make it to where every gun store has to sell safes also.
Yeah, so
I've never watched a gun store that didn't sell a safe, to be honest with you.
Well,
smaller mom and pops ones a lot of times don't have them because
those are the ones I love. I love the mom and pop ones. You can go get any old gun, any old ammo, any old anything.
Yeah, but they're usually the ones that don't sell the big safes and stuff because they just don't have the because the bigger stores will deliver them and everything else. But
how the hell?
So let's pass a law. Let's let a safe company lobby some Democrats who pass a law to make everyone make it a law to own a safe if you own a gun. That way, every gun owner, whether you have kids in the house or not, has to own a safe. Well, where are they going to buy their safe from? Well, one of the bigger brands, Liberty. Well, what do you know?
Mm-hmm. And
they also like to give out your combination to the police if they're searching your house.
FBI.
Or they're federal police,
Oh, just don't use the digital ones.
It's not. No, it's anyone. Even the combination ones. Because my safe actually has a combination on a piece of paper.
You know what my grandfather's safe was?
And I can't change it.
His fucking bedroom closet. And in New Hampshire, his safe was the fucking rack he had on the wall.
That's all you should have to do.
Let me explain to you how many gun incidents there were with the 11 grandchildren that he had, right? And the beer drinking fucking scumbags of 3 of us, 4 of us that he had, and how many guns we touched, even in our drunkest fucking stupors.
Never.
Not once.
Mm.
Not one.
Hey,
You know
Mikey.
why? You know why? There's 2 main reasons
Because
why.
we had parents that cared and would whip your
One-
ass if you fucking touched that gun.
One, we were educated about them at a younger age, 10, 11, 12, whatever. Okay? 2, exactly. Fear of fucking God plus the fear of my grandfather, my father. You just didn't do it. You just didn't. I mean, we were up north one time, and my godfather, I mean, I'm not blood related to him, but my godfather's son, we're in my grandfather's back room looking for fucking fishing gear. He decides he's going to fucking take a fucking shotgun shell with buckshot in it. We don't know this. So we're down fishing. Here's how fucking retarded he was. He's whipping, we have this big, giant fireplace on the outside. Of course, it's on the outside, right? On the outside of the clubhouse. And the fireplace went like, on the outside, it was almost had like, it was like stairs, but it was all cinders, you know? So you guys know how a cinder is. Cinder is all fucking, jagged and everything. He's whipping the fucking ground against the fucking thing, trying to make it go up. Well, when he didn't have any success, he figured, what the hell? He says, I just found this nail. I got a rock, and off we go. Wham! Boom! The fucking thing goes off. We go running over. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? You got fireworks? He's like, no, I took the fucking shotgun shell from my grandpa's back room. And without even thinking about it, right? As I'm trying to call him an asshole, my cousin standing beside me, my grandfather's other grandchild, one of the 11, fucking hammers him. Couple of 2, 3, 4 times right in the fucking head. And he goes like this. He goes, hey, asshole, if we get caught, that fucking punches I just gave you are going to be the easiest thing you're going to go through. But that's just how we did it, though. We did, and we got caught. Oh, we absolutely got caught. You know why we got caught? Because it was buckshot and went through the fucking woods, and everybody was like, what? And then it almost hit the fucking cottage that was like, I don't know, 70 yards away from it. So, 3 of us standing there. Who went into grandfather's back room? I says, 3 of us. What did you guys do? I said, I took fishing stuff. I said, it's all in the tackle box. And then we're looking at him, waiting for him to fucking just fess up. He wouldn't fess up. My cousin said, fuck this. I'm not going down for him.
Well, see, now, if we had Democrats that made all kinds of laws for you guys back then, you would have been required to have your grandfather would have been required to keep that stuff safe, and gun safe, and
He would have went to jail.
Out of nowhere, my old man just went. He goes, that's right, I'm going to tell your father, and you're going to get it again. He got beat 3 times. My cousin, my father, and then his father when he went home.
Right.
And he never came back up north again, ever. He wasn't invited ever back up. My father's like, no, I can't have him up here. He's going to be doing that shit.
So, Mikey, you being more of a religious person than everybody else on the panel, I think I got a good analogy for you.
I wouldn't say religious, but didn't we have a rule that we don't talk religion on this chat? But go ahead. I'll allow it for a minute. Go ahead.
When they talk about banning guns and everything, I heard a good one about what if God would have banned the rock after Cain killed Abel, then there would have been no rocks for.
Thought it was a jawbone of an ass.
Huh?
I'm an awful loss because I don't know who Cain and Abel are. So,
you don't know who Cain and Abel are? The brothers, like Cain killed Abel with the rock. It was the first murder in the Bible or whatever.
They stand for good and evil.
Yeah, he
Oh, so those are the two little guys on my
He
shoulder.
killed his own brother with a rock. So if God would have banned rocks after that incident, then David wouldn't have been able to kill Goliath with the rock.
Right.
So are those the two little guys, one on each side of my shoulder?
Yeah,
Probably.
kind of. Yeah, they represent. That's more.
I listen to this
devil.
one, and I have to listen to this one.
Yeah, devil's
That's
more
your
fun. But the angel will save your ass.
That's your conscience. That's the guy that writes the fortunes into fortune cookies. Conscious said, or is that Confucius? I'm confused.
If you see something in the house, please, by all means, pick it up. I dare you. No, it's just people. You just fucking didn't do certain things.
We lost a lot of common sense
do
in
it
this
now.
country. It seems like.
Right.
Ooh, chair. Ooh, a person sitting in a chair.
Go, Steve.
Yeah, apparently.
Here, let me show you how to do it. There you go.
She just
Now you're done.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus. She's beating the hell out of me.
do?
Oh,
Dish.
don't worry, the blood will dry up.
What the hell? I want
Yeah.
to know what that big hairy thing was we seen on camera.
Let's get a plane ticket and go see fucking
Turn
South
the
Street.
speaker, not
There you go. That'd be awesome.
Sask, if you're still here, bro, you have to start doing like a minute video. Do it off your phone.
Right.
Do something.
Shorts are easy. It's automatic. Hit YouTube, hit your channel, hit shorts, and it turns on your camera, and you blah blah blah, and it goes off and uploads just that quick.
And you usually get more views than your regular video.
But you know what? You can't add pictures to it. I did a video on that bass I caught, and I tried to add the still photo of the fish, the other fish I caught. No one's in the grass,
Yeah,
and it wouldn't let me do it.
yeah,
Oh,
because
no.
it's a short. The most you can do is add a text or something.
No, I might do that. I might print that tomorrow.
Or
Brown chicken, brown cat.
you can do a real video on your phone and upload it to shorts, and it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
That way you could add stuff.
Well, I have to do it. No, I can't do it from the phone. I have to do it from the computer because it won't. On the computer, you use a movie maker. It as you know, because you use movie maker, it allows you to add photo. You don't use movie maker anymore?
I never have. I couldn't figure it out.
You were the one who taught me how to use it.
Well, common sense is common sense. I've never used it.
Who says I had common sense, dude? I'm not fucking technically fucking sound and all this bullshit.
No, I bought an editor, which I'm still using. How long have I had that editor?
Listen, fuck, Stick.
There's Steve.
At least,
Oh,
listen,
I
I don't want to hear. Listen, Jay
He
Watt.
was
I
all
don't
in
want to.
camouflage. That's why we couldn't see him.
Hey,
was on the
Jay
floor.
Watt. I don't want to hear how. What, they wouldn't let you add a picture of the fish you got at the market? listen, fuck Stick. Listen.
How come all the fish Mike shows are?
You can ask Ohio, you can ask Dish, and you can ask Steve. I texted them pictures of the fucking couple of bass I caught on my birthday. And listen, fucker. First of all, we hear my voice, we hear everybody's voice on. We don't hear your voice because you only
Yeah,
come on
Mike,
a fucking
but this
chat.
one on this picture.
I'm not done yet.
It's got a price tag on it.
Why do you have to be a fucking douchebag? Why do you have to be a douchebag?
Hey, Jay Watt, send me your number. I'll send you a picture of a big fish.
So we not only do we not hear your voice on a chat, but you don't even do a video. You can do a black screen video.
P2E, what's up, brother?
Cocksuckers. Don't make me all go fucking Winter Hill on your ass.
Winter Hill.
I'll fucking introduce you to a fucking brand new pair of fucking concrete shoes. Or I'll pull a fucking Michael Corleone. Hey, Fredo, want to go fishing? Oh, Michael can't go. One to the back of the head, kid. I'm just not around for the private chats. Don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit. I've known you for how many years? Stop it.
You need to drop the J-Watt subject. You should be kissing up to Shalice and Steve now that they're hanging out with a big giant channel.
Oh,
Keeping
they have
their
a cat.
good graces.
Kitty cat. I'm not a cat guy. I have to get one for the kids, but I'm not a cat guy. I don't trust them.
Don't trust them.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the female version. You can't trust it.
I don't trust them. When I was a kid, I had
Without
a
his
cat.
hat on, Sticky Steve looks like a fucking Hollywood superstar. You ever see that? He looks like somebody I've seen in the movies, man.
I had a cat when I was a
With
kid.
that black outfit, you probably seen him outside your window peeping in.
Honestly, I think he reminds me of Tommy Lee Jones a little
He
bit,
does
man.
me too.
Oh, you got Hugh Hefner over here. You got a robe on.
I had a cat when I was a kid that used to, if we ran up the stairs, it would fucking scratch at you fucking, and I'm like, oh, I hated it. And then when I was an adult, I'm over my aunt's house, we were watching football, I'm laying on the floor. I was 20-something years old. And I rolled over, and this fucking cat come out from underneath the fucking couch and starts doing one of these on my back. Like she thought I was a fucking claw fucking thingamabob. I'm like, get this fucking cat off me before it dies.
Mike, if you shaved your back once in a while, they wouldn't do that.
Mikey, 11 more sleeps till moose hunt.
Shalisa, you need to run, go give
You
him a
get-
pipe.
Hang on. Trevor Fillmore's got 2 moose tags.
There you go.
Trev.
Kick it, Hugh. There he is.
Trev, that's fucking awesome. Hey, Trev, button down the hatches, kid. You're going to get some rain and some fucking wind later on, kid.
Yeah, a little bit.
You look marvelous.
Look good to feel good, darling.
I tell you what, I don't feel good. My kid came home from school the other day, sick as hell. My wife got it. Now it started out like that with a sore throat and
Dude, get away.
nose and cough. I'm just like, got the fucking ick, man.
That sucks,
ick.
huh?
Crud.
Fucking crud.
Or if you weren't out there partying so hard all the time, probably
Yeah.
healthier.
Trev, it's good to see you, kid. See, I gotta hit the lottery. I have to hit the lottery. Because there's too many fucking places I want to go and people I want to meet.
Right.
Well, it's gonna be cheap to meet all you fucking cocksuckers because you're all in the same fucking spot.
How convenient, huh?
But yet he still hasn't made it.
And by the way, Dish, did you notice we got Mikey doing this?
That's because I lost my fucking. That's because I
Just
lost my
did
third
it.
week of vacation. Hey, Ohio. That's because I lost my 3rd week of vacation when I changed jobs.
At least we don't live in that weird state you do with the peninsula sticking out. And
Well, I'm not in a weird state. I like my state. I wish it was bigger. I wish I never. Here's a little history lesson for you. Maine and Massachusetts were one.
would you take a
They
bigger
were one state.
Would you take a bigger state over changing gun laws for the better? Ohio, you're echoing again. Your little chirpy chappy thing.
Okay, let me see what my mic.
So you guys are gonna get
Ain't
mad.
the mic, it's your echo cancel.
You guys are gonna get mad at me, but I really don't care. So let me explain it this way. Oh, good luck with that, Trev. Let me explain it to you this way. Had I chose better decision, had my decision making been better, I could only go to Massachusetts.
Hey, test real quick.
I may not be able to own an AR right now in Massachusetts, but although I would have probably already had one, so therefore it would have been okay for me to own it now. But
Till they say it's not okay.
no, you can buy. You did pre-ban. You're all set. But I would just be happy to be able to. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So, like I said, had my decisions been better, I'd have everything I want. Because again, and here's where you're gonna get mad at me. I don't need 50 fucking rounds in a gun. I didn't say that you can't or you shouldn't. I said I, Michael DeLucia, don't need 50 rounds in a gun. That's my personal opinion, my personal, for me. I'm not talking about anybody else but me.
You're allowed to have that.
So I don't give a fuck what the fucking thing is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you should, because they're making other people.
That's a state thing, not a Fed thing. So I don't live in your state. That's got nothing to do with me.
No, not my state, your state. Because if you get a big enough group of people who don't care and don't vote no on certain things, then everybody has to follow what you don't care about. So you got to think of people around you when it's voting time.
But like I said, and now that I can't until I move to friendly NH or FLA,
Right.
or you know what I mean, until I move to one of those states. And it's probably going to be NH as soon as little one graduates high school. But I already told him, I says, I come into any type of fucking money, not even into the millions. I said, I hit the lottery for 350. We're moving. Moving. You know. And
moving to Montana.
Well, she said to me the other night, she says, you want to buy another house? I'm like, oh. I go, it all depends. This is because where I want to go, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. You know? I mean, can I afford it? Probably.
No, you just said we're going to buy a house in New Hampshire after the youngest one graduates high school.
Ow.
Right. But that would be up to north at the camp. And it's a lot different up there because I won't pay property tax. I'll only pay building tax.
Right.
But if I move 2 miles this way in southern Hampshire.
There you go. Trevor's got his house he just built for sale there, Mikey.
I can't even get into Canada to visit you, let alone fucking get into Canada to live there.
Mike, you should just turn your channel into like the ultimate fucking black powder channel then. Do a bunch of black powder pistols and all kinds of black powder rifles and
air rifles,
Thunderblusts and shit like that.
Thunderblusts, remember those fucking
paintball guns.
Remember those fucking? No, I can't stand paintball.
For what?
You know, where was that at? You know, in the state of Virginia, if you're a felon and you can't own a firearm,
right?
Virginia, you can't own a BB or pellet gun either. They consider that a firearm in Virginia.
Well, New Hampshire, the live free or die state, if somebody with faster fingers than I would be able to look it up, but I think I'm right. New Hampshire, the live free or die state, now considers a fucking muzzleloader as a fucking firearm.
Well, they had muzzle loaders back in the Revolution, so it should be good enough.
But that law, it falls under federal law. So under federal law, they're considered antique firearms or antiques.
If they're made between 18 whatever and da-da-da-da, yes.
No,
but
all black powder.
They're talking. No, if you read it, it says if they got to be made no later than like 1902 or some bullshit like that.
I read it yesterday.
They're basically talking about a hawking.
Federal,
you know what I mean? So
federal. I read it yesterday. Federal is any black powder rifle or pistol.
But here's the problem.
Yeah, that's why you can get them in the mail.
So I can buy a fucking muzzleloader in Massachusetts and walk it. I'll go down there tomorrow morning and buy one. Doesn't really matter. Here's what I can't do. I can't buy the ammunition for it. And I can't buy the fucking Pyrodex for it.
Conundrum. That's a real quagmire. Nah.
Yeah, why is that though? Because under federal law you can.
One thing really good, Mike. Black powder is simple as hell to make.
To see now that I have my daughter that technically lives in the state of New Hampshire, so she goes to school there. Hey, or I just asked my brother, hey, go to the store and buy me some fucking,
Yeah, bring that shit home with you.
get me some ammo. You know. But as I say that, I still have a bag full of fucking shotgun fucking shells and fucking birdshot, fucking slugs, buckshot. Fuck them all. That's what I say.
Hey, I just heard a story. Don't ever use a nail to set off that buckshot.
Yeah, I tell you. That shit's fucking mean. That fucking buckshot will fucking do a number on you.
Not being stupid, you know, everyone has their stupidity every once in a while, but we took a shotgun shell and shoved it down in the mud in the side of a hill, and then we stood back about, I don't know, 20, 30 feet or whatever as best we could, and we
Shot it.
shot the primer with the pellet gun, and it was just like boom, and you know, and the shell went flying over like.
Like I say, my cousin squeezed a 22 shell in the vise and got it right in the chest.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was too embarrassed to tell his mom and dad that he did it because it stuck in this. He was a hefty guy and it stuck in the fat in his chest. He almost died from infection.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's
He
right.
ended up with a blood infection. Damn near died. He was too embarrassed. Dad, I fucked up. Fuck, I used to bite the ends off 22.
Oh, speaking of fucked up, and speaking of doing stupid shit, I'm watching fucking YouTube last night, and this fucking thing recommended for me to watch. I don't know. Something about stupid people with guns.
There's a lot of those on there.
Ohio Wolverine, 942,000 fucking views on it. I've never seen it, so I watched it. I was fucking pissing myself. And my wife says, she goes, is that supposed to happen? I goes, not if you fucking hold it the right way. And she said, Michael, that hit him in the head. I go, that's because he wasn't standing the right way and holding it properly. And she said, well, look at the fucking Indian guy. I goes, he's just a fucking idiot. And she goes, I said, yeah, but watch this, because she wasn't there for the first one with the fucking black lady and the fucking gun just went,
Yeah.
I go, hey, watch this one. So I fucking rewind it. I go, watch this one. And she goes, oh my friggin' God. I said, they're not fucking toys. And if you don't know how to operate one, you shouldn't be picking one up in your hands.
Yeah, right.
I goes, it's like these fucking idiots that fucking
And
they get their girlfriend in a fucking bikini and they think it's funny. Oh hey, let's put a fucking 102-pound fucking broad and let her shoot a fucking Desert Eagle for the first time. She's never shot a BB gun, let alone a fucking Desert Eagle.
that's what gets me about those videos. Usually the idiot videos, there's somebody behind that idiot talking them into it. Especially the girl ones.
Oh, Trev, stop! You're making me fucking jealous. That's awesome, Trev. I used to smash 22s with a rock. You're out of here.
So like, after 10 years, Mikey finally watched one of my videos.
Hey, he's slow, but he gets there.
I didn't even hit the like button.
Right.
He's got enough likes on that. He don't need
He's got
one.
enough likes. He don't need mine. He don't pay attention anyway. Fuck him.
I just remember that rant a long time ago about the dislike button, and the first thing I do was hit the dislike button on that video.
But because I told you to, though, right? In that video, didn't I? Didn't I?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because somebody was fucking breaking fucking. You know what? That, dude, I was so irate when because it was John the M.I. Woodsman, who bothers absolutely fucking nobody. Nicest fucking guy on fucking YouTube you'll ever fucking meet. Him and Chad are like neck and neck, right? I mean, it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you
I
don't.
got to meet him. He was the nicest guy.
And he is the nicest fucking guy in the world. And
His
you
freaking
actually have
dog
fucking
would eat you,
people.
though.
You actually have people saying, "Oh, you did this fucking fuck off, you miserable fucking douchebag."
I get so many fucking negative comments and shit on my
No.
stuff. It doesn't even phase me anymore. I just fucking keep on scrolling. Fuck you. You know. The
I
one guy.
delete him.
The
I
one guy
delete him. I block him.
about that Safety Harbor firearms. You know, we're shooting at a fucking mile at a 12-inch plate, and he wrote like, "Oh, this is what you buy if you want to miss everything if you're from 700 yards or whatever, or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, actually, it was fucking a mile away, and it was a 12-inch plate, and I was 7 inches to the right. So fuck off, you know."
Yeah, and usually those guys pretty much never ever come out of their basement to even have an inkling of what shooting is all about.
Oh, so in other words, Jay Watterson.
Touche. Good dish.
Oh, so the kids are on a dog tonight, and I drive by and I go, "You got a pretty mouth, boy." They don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So I'm in the truck, and the truck's empty, so it's kind of echo, right? And now me and my big mouth, and I got my hands like this, and I'm halfway down the truck, and I go, because they're standing at the end. One of them was standing at the end of my trail, and I went, "You got a pretty mouth, boy." I didn't understand that he was talking to the boss, because the head cheese is working with us the last 2 weeks because my boss is on vacation. So the top dog's there. He fucking peeks his head in the chair and he goes, "Did you really just say that?" I go, "Joe, they don't even know what I'm talking about." He goes, "You're kidding me." I goes, "No, they don't." He goes, "Did you explain it to him?" I goes, "No."
Well, that's why it's so bad. He thinks that you're making advancements to him.
So I said to him, I go,
That's okay nowadays, I guess.
"Joe, I keep telling him, go home and ask your mother if you can watch Deliverance."
Pedal faster, I hear banjo.
Right? That's when I know I'm home, when I hear the fucking banjos.
That was
when you
quite
hear the
outburst
banjos-
there, Steve.
When you hear the banjos, Steve, you're not hearing the fucking. You're not hearing the engines. You're not hearing people. You're not hearing. You know what I mean? It's like a safety net. You can't shoot the moose, but they can. That's awesome. That's. I haven't had moose meat in about fucking 5 years. I actually, because I just started my job in April, I didn't put in for the moose permit. I just put in for the points. So I'll have points for next year. So hopefully next year I'll get it. Because that'd be fucking something, being able to shoot a goddamn moose.
Right.
My landlord calls it shoot the fucking big brown cow. I goes, and he's a deer hunter. And I said to him, "Did you put your name in for the moose permit?" He goes, "Fucking moose." He goes, "Dude, that's like shooting a fucking brown cow." I goes,
Yeah,
"No,
right.
if you can find them." You're like, you're walking in the pasture shooting a fucking. He goes, "You know where to find them." And because I know where I see tracks and all the time, and I know that every time I see track and fucking moose shit, I leave because moose and deer don't fucking, they don't like each other, and they give each other that fucking stupid ass fucking disease. So I says, I just hightail it out of there. That'd be all I fucking need, to be walking through the woods and having a fucking bull fucking moose looking at me like, "Uh-oh, fuck you."
Right. You think the coyote.
Fucking 900-pound fucking moose coming at you, fucking, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
"You got a pretty mouth, boy. Squeal like a pig. Wee, wee, wee."
Moo like a moose.
You lost.
You better grab that tree. You might need to stir to yourself. Oh, God. What a tragedy that would be. What happened to you? Nothing. Just never mind.
Yeah, absolutely nothing happened to me.
And the funny thing is that I like moose
Not
better.
what I heard.
I like moose meat better than deer meat.
Yeah.
Wow, Trevor.
Trev, what do you like better, deer meat or moose meat?
Oh, everybody's going to say moose, I bet.
I don't know. A lot of people like deer. A lot of people don't like the texture of the moose meat.
Really?
Hey, Stump.
Why stump here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies
Well-
and gentlemen, and Mike.
I don't know. But yeah, no, I would definitely prefer a moose. But
What is the texture? What?
even to me, especially if it's a Hamburg. It was a different it's a different taste to begin with, you know. To me, I don't think it tastes anything like because I'm not one of these guys that fucking, you know, let's soak it in fucking buttermilk for fucking 12 days because, you know, I can't stand the gamey taste. I fucking shoot game because I like the fucking game taste.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let's go have a hamburger.
Yes. You know, yeah. You know, when I had the deer meat here and everything, and we had the cookout. Yeah, I had to go fucking do all the fucking stupid tricks to make it not fucking gamey, but except for my brother and my dad, because they obviously don't give a shit. You know, the one I still can't get over is the bear. It was the blackest fucking hamburger I've ever seen in my life. And then we put it in the chili. Oh my God. Oh. Probably one of the best chilies I've ever had.
Right on.
And I think he used about half a bottle of fucking Frank's hot sauce. Of course, by the way, Frank's hot sauce isn't that hot to begin with. But he used about half a bottle of that. You know, he had his chili pepper, he had all that. So, I mean, it had a little bit of to it. Not enough to fucking kill the taste of everything else. You know, because you know how some people make the chili and it's like, you can't taste shit but the fucking hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck that.
And they don't, so we didn't do that. And then he made it. And, oh, dude, it was like, we're sitting down eating dinner. And I go, and you call me whatever you want, right? But it's just how I've been since I grew up. I sit at the table, I don't sit down, so the person that cook is sitting down. It's just the way I am. You know what I mean? So, the guy Jimmy that's cooking, he sits down, and so I start eating. And Jimmy just looked at me, nodded his head, because he knew what you know what I mean? We probably came from the same fucking parents, just fucking. But it's the way he made the chili. I don't know. It's hard to just describe. It was just so much better than any other fucking. All I get the butcher cut meat now is roast burger and bottling meat. What is bottling meat?
He makes,
And
I think he cans his meat. So that might be what he's talking about, bottling meat.
You can do that to meat?
Yeah.
yeah, it's very good, very tender.
You do with chicken too.
Yep.
So, but anyway, this chili's beautiful. We're all sitting there, blah, blah, blah. And I go, hey, guys, just a little. Can I ask a question? What? There's like 10 of us, 9 of us. Yeah. And we're eating fucking the fucking pan had to be fucking 4 feet tall. And I go, and we're all eating chili. I go, I'm sleeping the fuck outside under the stars.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Air get a little thick in that cabin, did it?
Trevor, I'm gonna have to go back and watch them. No, but it's really good though, you know, and he does a really nice job when he makes the chili. Doesn't really matter whether it's beer meat, doesn't matter whatever type of chili he's making. It's just
Right.
the guy knows what he's doing. Because I've had chili where all I can taste is the fucking kidney beans. I just want to throw up.
Right. Yeah.
Right, Stump. You kill yourself if you try a hot water bath on me.
Right. Run, Ohio, run.
Run, Forrest, run!
Playing that, Mike, or Ohio? You got a brother? Yep. Okay.
It's my boys. He's sitting here. He was playing it.
Well, play it. I want to hear the fucking dueling banjos.
He can't. He doesn't know that yet. He just got the thing not too long ago, so he's still learning.
That's all right. Play us something.
Next
Well,
thing you
fuck
know,
it is,
he'll be playing Rocky Top. Rocky Top.
It's all better than what we can do. Holy shit.
Nice.
I like that.
It's in tune.
I don't think it is. And he said he don't think it is. Sounds okay to me.
See, now you have to go camping. You need to do a camping video and have him have your son do the banjo music. You can play the banjo music in your fucking video.
Yep.
Or have him write my
Like Stevie used to do with his ex.
have him write
Booyah!
have him write my theme song. That way I can't copyright it or anything.
Right.
Oh, they did that to anybody ever watch Boss of the Swamp?
I haven't watched him in a while.
Okay, so his music, okay, came from a friend of his. All right, the song about him and Frankie and all that, the dog. His friend wrote it, you know, did all the music to it, the whole 9 yards. They tried to copyright strike him on the fucking music.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Some bullshit. Uh-oh, he's looking something up.
You know, it's always strange. They called that song Dueling Banjos, and it was a banjo and a guitar.
Well, in the movie it was, but Roy Clark and what's his name did it.
Buck
with
Trent.
banjo. Huh?
Roy Clark and Buck Trent.
Buck Trent, yeah.
Hee-haw.
They did it on Hee Haw.
AKA Buck Owens, or a different guy?
No, Buck Trent was
Oh, okay.
he's just was a hell of a banjo player like back in the well, I think he's still alive. Roy
I
Clark.
saw Hee Haw. Minnie Pearl with the fucking tag on her fucking hat.
Howdy.
I said to my mother, why didn't you just cut it off? She goes, she can't now. I go, why? She goes, it's a thing.
I seen a meme the other day. It was like the last newscaster that you could trust, and was the guy that did the news on Hee Haw and had like the chicken and the behind him for that. Said on air behind him. Remember that guy?
I just think it's funny how being up in the Northeast, we saw Yeehaw.
Where are you tonight?
What was it, like every Sunday night at 7:00 it came on or something like that?
Sunday night, yeah. Right before, was it 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock? It was either right before Walt Disney or right after, one or the other.
Well, most likely we probably grew up on most of the reruns, like on
Yeah.
Saturday
yeah.
afternoon, you know, like
Yeah.
after the football, because you had 2 channels. One carried the 1 o'clock game, and the other one carried the 4 o'clock game, and then the other had the later game. The network that didn't have the late game would always show Hee Haw or something like that.
Always had to endure Lawrence Welch.
Oh, Lord.
Saturday night, right before Love Boat.
My mom used to watch that once in a while. Is that
Now
the
a
bubble?
message from our sponsor, Somonex.
I don't
Take
want to
over
watch the
Somonex
bubble
if you
show.
come to sleep. Huh?
Did you hear that? He got it down there.
Do it again.
Do it again. He's going to come a little closer.
Do 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 do.
He just figured that out, but he's sitting there. So.
Yeah, but see, listen, you need to go buy a banjo for yourself so you guys can do it.
I
You
can't.
got a bluegrass player there.
I bought a guitar, and the first thing I did was hand it to him and say, "Here, you can have a guitar."
Stump's saying we're old as fuck. I'll tell you, old Stump. I remember my mom and dad stopped at the Grand Ole Opry on the way to Florida once, and I remember most of those people, like Minnie Pearl, Slim Whitman,
Slim Pickens.
Slim Pickens.
Slim Whitman, he's right.
Grandpa Jones. I remember
Yeah.
them live on the stage.
What's his name? Dickens, fucking, what is his name?
Little Jimmy
fucking,
Dickens.
Little Jimmy.
Just-
And
Yeah.
who's the guy with Dolly?
Porter Wagner. It was Porter
Yeah,
Wagner
Porter Wagner, yeah.
with Dolly Parton.
Him and those fucking suits he used to wear. I want to make you more jealous.
Have a good
The
night.
new place I'm at, I can ice fish in the front yard. I have a video. of
Elvis
him.
has left the building, people.
Fucking asshole. You fucking ice fish in their front yard dish.
I know it.
Sounds like Trevor upgraded. Just saying, Trevor.
Well, that's what you usually do, you know.
You're terrible.
Well, except for you, but you know what I'm saying.
I
Boom, that's
upgraded.
strike two right across the bow.
I upgraded.
Yeah, now you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I come home from work one night and I was sitting I just walked in. I sit down. My wife was smiling at me. I'm like, what? And
What
from
did
the other
you
side, I heard down, 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 down. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And she was like, he got off work and went and bought a banjo. I was like,
That's cool.
and he's already fucking playing it. He's like, yeah, 2 or 3 songs already. He's only had it for like an hour.
Wow.
Must be
There
nice
you go.
to be like musically talented, you know, because he plays like 4 different. He played like 4 different instruments in school and shit.
Right.
My favorite is the piano and the bass sax. If I could learn how to play a saxophone,
My youngest plays the sax.
oh
and,
my god!
and he quit. He gave it up. He's quit. He quit band. He doesn't like
That
it.
that is get laid free card for life with a saxophone. I'm telling you that right now.
Baritone sax.
I was like, you might not like it now and being a band geek or whatever, but you know what? Things have changed in these high schools. The kids in band aren't the band geeks anymore. They're actually like the fucking cool kids.
Let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something.
They're
My
in
kid
band,
brother-
but all in fucking rock bands and shit too. You know?
My kid brother coached at the high school that we all went to. Okay. I go to a game one day. He doesn't tell me anything. I go to the game. Now, anybody that grew up in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s,
60s.
okay, and you played sports, especially football, when it was halftime, you went in the locker room, and if you were losing, you get your fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Get your ass.
Okay. Except for this kid, because this kid would go in the locker room for all of maybe 3 or 4 minutes, run. And when I mean run, I mean run. Run back out in the field. You know why? Because he was in the
Man.
band. He played, he played an instrument, and he played it in his fucking football uniform.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, now
Well,
back in the day,
You
Back in the
out
day,
with
that never would've happened.
talk.
that never would have happened back in the day. Never.
That happened at my school. Probably I think my senior year. I think there was
I
there was
upgraded
a
him.
football player that.
He was 8 years younger than me and beautiful. Wow.
Congrats,
But
Trevor.
But I gotta admit, I don't think he played. I don't think he played that much football. I think he was a bench warmer most of the time. But he did play halftime with the band.
See, Trevor, I'm so old. 8 years isn't going to mean a thing. That's going to be like 48. No, I'm going for like 38. You know what I mean?
Born in 38. What?
No, Steve was born in 38. Let's get that straight. No, if I'm going 16 years younger.
Yeah, don't go 17. That's a bad mistake.
Yeah, 17. And it's an odd number, too. Who wants to go 17? You know, you got to go 16. You know?
Yeah, anybody you're dating that was a newborn when you were in last year of high school, not a good choice.
Where'd J-Watt go?
Probably had to poop.
He probably left because Mike pissed him off. So.
Right?
Who left?
I don't see J-Watt anymore.
Bye, J. Watt.
He's just being quiet.
All right, Trevor.
Dish, if I send you a picture, put it up to show Mike, please. If it's a picture of him ice fishing in his front yard, listen to me right now.
Yeah, but it could be his new gal nude or something.
Stop that.
Hey, I don't know Trevor that well. He might.
I
be
do.
going
He would
wild.
do something like that. Come on
Yeah.
now. It's a
You gotta
man's,
watch
it's a
out
man.
with them Canadian guys.
Yeah, but it's a man's girl. Don't be like that. Come on.
I didn't say I wanted to see it. A fella's that proud of his new girl, you never know what kind of picture you're going to get. Just saying. And I think it's kind of cute that Trevor has Dish's number. That's what you should be worried about, Mike.
No, I trust Trevor with my fucking life.
I'm sure she gave it out to MCK too.
I fucking trust. I trust in this whole fucking chat. I probably trust Trevor more than any of you. Okay. You can't trust Ohio because you talk about ice fish and he fucking leaves. You know what I mean?
I don't leave. I just usually fall asleep or something.
Good. Dish, what are we doing for ice fishing this year, kiddo?
What's that?
You know what we should do? We should drive to fucking Dish. You should meet me in Ohio.
Yeah,
And we'll take fuckface fucking ice fishing in Ohio.
there you go.
What, you're gonna drive to Ohio and take me out for lunch?
Yeah, and ice fishing all at the same time.
Okay, here's Trevor's woman.
Hang on.
See, it was a picture of his woman. What the fuck, dude, Mike?
Yeah, but it wasn't what Steve said.
Trevor's kind of hot. Yeah, but Dish ain't.
Do it
showing
again,
all-
Dish.
All right, Trevor
me
is
half
a
an
good
hour to
looking
get to
man,
you.
I must say.
Good job, Trevor.
Woohoo!
Good for you, Trev. I'm fucking happy for you, bro.
That's a beautiful smile.
Isn't it? Doesn't Dish have a great smile? Look at that.
Hey, man,
You just want to kiss
Well,
her.
she gets corny.
Trev, I'm really happy for you, bro. I really am.
And Dish is thinking she didn't do too bad either.
Yeah, he's a good looking
I
man.
think I'm gonna
Yeah.
call the I think I'm gonna go see if I can get my my passport. And I think I'm gonna call the consulate.
You know, you could lie a little bit. I mean, Biden does it all the time. Just saying.
Because he's only like 8 hours away from me.
Right?
He's like right over the border in Maine, so all you people are like fucking 15 hours away from me.
Right, Shalisa?
I'm not.
No, you're like 10 hours away from me. Well, Cleveland's 10 hours away from me, so you're probably whatever.
10 hours and 17 minutes away from you.
Well, you got to add 4 hours of that for fighting your way out of Cleveland.
Yeah,
If you
no
go
shit.
that route.
Yeah, there's another thing. I'm gonna have to bring my fucking my
But
my
you didn't have to go to the
muzzleloader revolver from 1812 because fucking driving through Cleveland, I ain't doing that without
Right.
you know.
Something.
I need something to fire back at.
Yeah, just get you stop at a tree line on the way in and get you a pointy stick.
I'm good.
Stay back, I say.
God knows he can't bring a slingshot.
Listen, asshole, neither can you. I don't want to hear it. You guys keep picking on Massachusetts about the slingshot, but you people can't have one either.
Isn't that stupid?
Hey, I had to buy my nephew one of these
Nice.
Oh,
because they
Red
can't
Rider.
buy them in Michigan where they live.
Are you
That's a
serious?
Red Rider, or is that a 22?
It's a Red Rider. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
BB gun.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
see?
go real gun on your chat, Mikey.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. You can't.
Where does he live?
Grosse Point,
Look it up, Michigan. You can't. I'm telling you.
the
That's why
county.
you
Whatever
guys keep
county
making fun of me.
I beg your difference. I can walk into any hardware store, or sporting store, anywhere, pick one up off the shelf, put it in my cart, and walk right out the door with it after I
It
pay.
might be just in his county. You never know.
Well, Trev, there's that one, and there's a couple of more. But the other thing too is, Trev, the last time I got in trouble was like 23 years ago.
Yeah, that's what
So-
my brother-in-law said. It's the area where they live. They don't.
Yeah, it's
some-
Detroit.
It
Yeah,
all
Detroit.
depends how far back they're going to go, Trevor.
But I guess it's considered part of Detroit or something where he lives.
It is.
And it all depends, Trev, too, is going in. If they going in, if they don't check, I'm good. It's getting out I'm worried about.
Hey, Sticky Steve, did you like the video on the Henry
Yeah.
rifle?
Yes, I did.
For you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I didn't get a notification. I'll have to go watch it.
Oh yeah, what an excuse? Huh? You have no excuse.
I swear I
Yeah,
did.
they have. Canada has way more stricter gun laws than us.
I can be first to get stuff. Dish.
That's something you can shove in your backpack. It's pretty awesome.
Well, just take solace, Ohio, that your true friend watched it.
Right.
You watched what? I watched the
The video.
I watched the video of Ohio this week. I told you all about it already.
Did you watch my latest video that I put out other night?
Oh, you put a video out the other night?
Yeah, see?
Well, you're gonna have to wait 9 years for it to come across my recommended thing.
I made it on this gun right here, and I made it for Sticky Steve because he asked about that gun. I was like, you know what? We were on the chat Saturday night, and I put it out Sunday. I said, I'll make a video for you tomorrow on it.
There
Right,
it is.
you were
right
fucking-
there.
Makes me want to go get mine out of the drawer and get it running again.
5 days ago, I haven't gotten one notification.
And you haven't made it pink yet?
Very good presentation too.
It's in pink.
Say it
Right.
again.
Gotta be the Mosin's gotta be pink, Mikey.
Which one was he pointing at?
The Mosin.
The Mosine Nugget.
Yeah.
We didn't recognize it because it wasn't pink.
Hey,
Yeah.
I still like the Schrade. I still like the Schrade knife trying to cut the paper. That was a fucking round. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh, you got to remember that one.
When you pick that Mosin up, does it shake, rattle, and roll?
The Mosin?
Yeah. Does that Mosin shake a lot when you pick it up and shake it around? A friend of mine years ago had one, and that thing would just loose her in a can of bolts. I didn't want to fight it.
Hey, Mikey, if I pick it up.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I told you that already. I don't give a flying fuck. We're an hour and 14 minutes into this fucking thing. They ain't gonna fucking.
Yeah, it's got a little rattle.
That's not bad though. They get a lot of miles on them. They rattle like hell.
It's probably the mag or the mag spring.
I'm a Mauser guy myself, so.
That's a French job, ain't it, Ohio?
Let's see. Take that. Yeah, that's what it was. It's the trap door in the spring.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
yeah. If your bolt's rattling, I don't think I would shoot it. That's not good at all.
Well, when Ohio's bolts around, he's got more screws coming out of his head.
Although I just did notice that this one screw is loose.
All right. Speaking of screws, loose, Ohio, you're in charge.
What?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's your turn. You're in charge.
All right.
You gonna let the monkeys loose?
Remember, don't show working on a firearm on YouTube. They'll ban your channel.
Oh, yeah.
It
God.
is pretty.
I got a stock up there, the original stock that came with that gun, and it's one of the real dark redwood.
Yeah.
And I traded something for this stock, and it was all sanded down, and I put like a walnut stain on it.
Right on.
So I sanded down more. I like this color better, but I was going to, this gun was being beat to hell. It went through a lot first couple of years that I had it, so I wanted to kind of preserve the original stock on it in case they started going for $800 like they do now.
Right.
Shit, I've seen broken down, cracked pieces of shit go for $800. It's like you're stupid.
And then, I got the bayonet up here too with it. So
You almost couldn't give them away back in the day.
I can't tell you how many I walk past going, that must be a shitty gun because they're so cheap.
Right.
but there
There it is.
Sticky Steve.
That's cool as hell. I like him, and I'm glad. And it was a very informative video too. He wasn't just being goofy on there. He did a really good job on that video.
Except for I said a lot. Me and Steve were talking about that after I uploaded it and like watched it myself. I'm like, man, I said a lot.
I just put up a video on a birch bowl, and I said, this is driving me nuts, or this is driving me crazy because my lathe kept stopping. I said it like 6 times. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Re-edit.
Well, you're like, oh, that's nice or something. You're like, it was like you're like going. It's like, and it slows down, and that big hunk like falls off. You're like, oh, that's nice. But like I said in the comment, that would make a good popcorn eating bowl for chats, man. That's
Right.
a deep bowl.
I don't know. I got a weird thing about big bowl.
I could tear some cornflakes up out of that fucker.
No doubt.
I haven't seen it yet.
Just another bowl video.
No, it was cool. I watched a little bit of Shalisa's live last night, but football was on, so I watched football more. Sorry.
Oh yeah, last night was Thursday night. Who played last night?
The Eagles and the Vikings.
Who won?
The Eagles.
Oh, okay.
By 6 points.
Who missed the extra point?
Oh, I don't know. I was watching Shalisa probably when that happened.
The other team probably had 2 field goals.
Laces out, Marino.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Finkel was. What was the lady's name of the cop? Einhorn. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. And he spits out. He's chewing that gum, and everyone starts fighting. The whole fucking police department starts spitting.
Worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen.
Right. You know what? You couldn't remake that movie right now with those scenes. It would be canceled.
No.
It's on Jim Carrey.
They would have to make that person the star, and Jim Carrey would be the backup or the co-star.
How come this crazy left's not trying to cancel one of their own right now? You know what I mean? If maybe we should distribute that video around and let people see it, and then start. We should start the cancel culture on Jim Carrey right now and see if we can get it.
Boy, I tell you, he went off the deep end bad.
He did.
It's crazy some of the psychobabble I hear him talk.
Well, when he got involved with Jenny McCarthy, he got even stupider. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of rubbed off on him.
So
I
I
didn't
come
know
back
he
and
got
hearing some.
involved with Jenny McCarthy.
Too bad.
Did you say someone rubbing something out or rubbing something off? What did you say?
Rubbed off. Stupidity rubbed off. But yeah, Steve, I carry in this bag, and I don't really keep a whole lot of other stuff in here. I mean, it's not like really a get home bag or bug out bag. I don't carry any food or anything. It's just one of
Now,
those.
Ohio, for everybody else's safety, you have a what license?
Concealed carry.
You have a concealed weapons license.
I have a concealed weapons license. Yeah.
That's why you can carry that in the bag. If you don't, you can't. That's something they never say about those like pack rifles and breakdown rifles. You can't carry that in your backpack if you don't have a concealed carry license.
No, you're
Bubble has officially been burst.
You're wrong.
but
If it's
concealed.
unloaded, you can.
Yeah, it's a
And
concealed.
if it's a rifle,
Yeah, that's why I don't keep it loaded.
It's not called a concealed loaded carry license. It's a concealed weapons license.
No,
It's
it's a
still a
concealed.
weapon.
and this is why. This is where.
I have a
Go ahead.
concealed handgun license. It doesn't count for this gun, so I have to carry it and the ammo in two separate compartments. So the rifle goes in one
Correct.
compartment, and the ammo goes in another compartment,
Correct.
and that's okay
Correct.
to carry that way.
That's how Mass is. Now, here's where Mass is better than all you people. When you get a gun license to carry, a license to carry.
If you get a gun license,
When you get a license to carry in the state of Massachusetts, okay, you move to Massachusetts, you get a license to carry in the state of Massachusetts. It's already known you're carrying that gun concealed. There is no, I need a stamp to go carry this concealed. You're already carrying it concealed. And concealed to them is on your hip, in your bra, down your pants, wherever. And you don't need, you do not need an extra, quote unquote, extra license to carry concealed in the state of Massachusetts.
well, that's great. If they allow you to buy a weapon,
Well, I can't, but the people that can do.
can't buy an AR. I don't care who you are.
You try to conceal a fucking AR.
Well, that's what they're for. I got one on me right now. You can't even see
But-
it.
But my kid brother, he's got the Smith & Wesson 40, and he absolutely fucking loves that fucking thing.
Right.
And he carries, you don't even know he's carrying.
Well,
He doesn't.
people shouldn't have to know. I
He
mean,
doesn't. No, but I'm
what
just saying he doesn't
you
need.
can't see can't make you all.
And you can't. He can't be in trouble, and we're not a what do you call it state either. We don't have to tell we're not a show me state, so
See, that's something a lot of people don't talk about. They talk about, like in Michigan, it's legal to open carry for anybody. But when you get in your fucking vehicle, you now have to have it unloaded in a case in the back and your ammo in the front.
Right.
Yeah, see,
You can't just throw your pistol on the seat and go about your way
we don't have to do that.
because they have, separate laws.
That's the way it was in Ohio, that you could open carry in Ohio, but you couldn't carry it on your person in a vehicle. It had to be unlocked or had to be unloaded. The ammo had to be in a separate compartment. But then once you got to concealed carry, if you had a concealed carry, now
Yeah, then you're good.
when 2004, when concealed carry first happened in Ohio, you were allowed to concealed carry on your person. But when you were in a car, you had to lock it in a lockbox. It could be loaded, but you had to lock it in a lockbox.
Really?
Everyone bought these little lock boxes to keep on their front seat or whatever. And then
Gotcha.
about a year and a half, 2 years into it, they changed the law to where you could have it on your person.
Right.
And then last year they made we went constitutional carry here, so you don't need a license to carry concealed or open or in a vehicle. But if you don't have a concealed carry, you can't go on school property.
Or to another state that doesn't recognize.
Right. But see, I keep my concealed carry for reciprocity for other states. Plus,
Right.
when I go pick my son up from school, I have my concealed carry, so I'm allowed to be on school property with my firearm as long as I don't take it in the car and like walk around with it.
Right. Cool.
So if I pull up through the pickup line and he gets in, I'm cool. If you don't have your concealed carry and you have your gun and you pull up the pickup line and shit pops off, your kid starts a fight or something with another kid, and you get out to break it up, and the resource officer comes over and you got a gun on you, you're fucked.
That's how when we were hunting up here. I throw my fucking shotgun in my back seat, right? Unloaded, breech are open so they can see it. You know, I only got stopped once.
Yeah, here
And he goes, no, he walked right up to me and he goes, I'm assuming that's unloaded. Can I just look through the window? I go, you have the right to look through the window. I can't stop you from looking through my window. I go, and by the way, if you want me to open the door and you want to take it out and look at it, do anything you want. I don't give a fuck. I goes, it's unloaded. I'm not an idiot. You
a
know,
lot of people are, so they got to check.
and he goes, yeah, I don't know, yeah. But so they do it when we go hunting in Maine. You can have it in. You can have the fucking rifle between your fucking legs, the rifle, shotgun, whatever the hell you're using. You can have it between your legs. When we're muzzleloader hunting, you can have the ammo in there. You just can't have the fucking primer in it.
Primer on.
So we've always got the fucking primer in our fingers because you know you're up there and you see something on the road. So we always have a fucking, except for the driver, obviously, right? So we all boom, get out of the vehicle. You know,
Yeah, here you have to be so many feet off the road before you can
Yes,
shoot.
we don't-
Unless you're handicapped, then you can actually like sit right in the back of your pickup truck not on a main road, but on a seasonal road or an old dirt road out in the country. You can sit right in the back of your pickup if you want, if you're handicapped.
So I drove halfway across the state to go hang out with Armament and Axis at the range where they go and shoot all their videos and stuff. And I had my seats down in my car in the back hatch. I had a cooler with drinks and sandwiches and stuff like that. And I had like 5 of the big ammo things, and I had just about every gun that I owned laying, because it's an all-day range day. And I got pulled over on my way home.
Oh.
And it was a state trooper, and he walked up, and I handed him. This was back before we went constitutional carry, because we don't have to notify now. We don't have the duty to notify. We used to when we're just a concealed carry. First thing out of your mouth when you get pulled over should be, "I have a concealed carry permit," and and then they'll ask you, "Where's your firearm?" You say, on my right hip, or it's in my console or whatever. But when he walked up, I was like, "I have a concealed carry permit," and he goes, "Is your firearm on you?" And I'm like, "Not only is there one on me, but there's about 30 in the back." And he's like, "How are you doing?" I was like, "It was a big range day with my buddies," and he because it was dark when I was driving home, and he shines his light in the back of my hatch, like the back seat and everything, and he's like, "Damn." Let me see your, papers, please, state trooper.
I see your papers.
He comes back, hands me my stuff back. He's like, "Just slow it down, man. Have a good day," and just let me go. I was like, that was pretty sweet. And then I got pulled over one time, and I was on the side of the road showing another state trooper a couple guns that I had in the car with me. We're on the side of the road. And he's looking at him like, "Oh, that's cool." He's fucking. I was like the one fucking FUD that he came across and carried a revolver at one time for concealed carry, and he was like totally surprised that somebody carried a revolver for their concealed carry.
Right. You mean you didn't yell at the cop saying you don't have no fucking right to see my license? Am I being detained?
Only if you're the passenger. Only if you're the passenger.
I listen. I understand why some people do that. If you're a police officer and you ask me something that you have, it's really doesn't pertain to the stop.
Out of the blue.
I will stand up for myself. But normally I roll my windows all the way down. I turn my fucking dome light on so they can see, and
Hell
they
yeah.
walk. And if you but don't ever do you know why I pulled you over? Yeah, because I was doing 80 and a 65. Don't just be like. I always just be like, no, I don't know. I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Well, you better tell me.
Yeah.
Well, I was always told never when they come to your window and they say, you know why I pulled you over? And if you say yes, because I was doing, whatever, that's a mission.
Yeah.
Right.
So always say, no, why did you pull me over?
Or say, do you know why I pulled you over? I don't know, because you got all D's in high school. That usually gets you off without a ticket too.
Yeah,
No, I don't. I listen. I've been it's been bred into me. Except I take it to another level, and my everybody gets mad at me. And that's fine. I don't care. I'm my own person. I treat people the exact same way you treat me.
That's right.
So if you yell at me, or you talk down to me, or you think you're better than me, or you talk like I'm, you demean me, anything like that, I'm coming back at you twofold.
Right.
Okay. And unfortunately, there's been times I get pulled over by a cop, and he's mad because I was doing fucking 70 and a 40. What do you? And he'd be like, he comes to the window.
20 miles an hour over the speed limit is technically reckless operation.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck. Whatever, arrest me then. I don't care. But don't come to my window and say, what are you, a fucking asshole? I goes, no, what are you, a fucking dickhead? and they get mad when I call you a dickhead.
It just comes out.
And he goes, how do you get away with calling me a dickhead when you're 30 miles an hour speed limit? I goes, the same way you get to come to my window and call me, ask me if I'm a fucking asshole. You see how this works, officer?
Right.
I go, had you come to my window and said, or tried to cut a joke and said, good afternoon, Speedy, I wouldn't have said a goddamn word. I would have taken my fucking ticket, said I'm sorry, and I'm off. It'd be fine. But
Do you know why I pulled you over? Because I'm sleeping with your wife?
Don't come to my window and call me a name and expect me, just because you're wearing a badge, expect me to be all, oh, sorry, officer. That's not going to fucking happen.
I always wanted to get pulled over when I was on the fire department. And that's like, where's the fire at? And be like, 1947 Broadview Road, Or right there. See smoke?
Night, Shalisa.
Good night, Shalisa. Good night, Steve.
Night, guys.
I'm gonna get up early.
Night, guys.
But I am.
She just couldn't stand watching him in that robe no more.
That's just, it just irritates me sometimes.
That's in trouble now, let me tell you.
I passed a cop one day.
Don't call Steve early.
So the speed limit's 65 miles an hour. In a regular passing zone, I passed him at 52, and he had the balls to pull me over. So he pulls me over.
What was the speed limit again?
65.
And
I passed him at 52.
You were doing 52 when you passed him?
Yes. In a passing zone.
And he pulled you over.
So what's that mean? He was doing 49, 48, 47?
No, that means he was being a jerk.
Yeah.
So he pulls me over. And I go, this is odd. And he goes, good evening. I says, good evening. He goes, what's odd? I go, you're pulling me over for nothing. But here's my license, here's my registration, sir. He goes, you passed me. I says, in a proper passing zone. And I was 12 miles an hour under the speed limit. I can't wait to see this ticket. He goes, yeah, but you passed me. I go,
So
"Oh,
what?
so let me get this straight. I'm not supposed to pass a police officer.
Didn't
He
use that
goes-
voice.
He goes, this is one of those times when, when you can do something doesn't mean you have to. I goes, well, you know what's funny? He goes, what? I go, the book that you people give children when they're 17, 18, 19 years old, they get their driver's license. Okay. And it says, while passing your vehicle, blah, 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 make sure there's no driving, and safely pass you back in your lane, the whole 9 yards. I go, which I did all of that. Nowhere in that book does it say you can't pass a fucking police officer.
Yeah, no shit.
I go, so are you pulling me over for passing me? Are you pulling me over because I passed you? He said, yeah. I said, well, you're just that ain't right. He said, where you going? I goes, none of your fucking business. Now I'm pissed. I said,
Right.
none of your fucking business. I said, you're pulling me over for me doing something lawful. Now it's none of your fucking business. He's, I'll tear apart your car. I says, no, you won't. No, you won't. He went back to the car, gave me my license and registration, and he's continuing to yell at me. I says, officer, step back because I'm driving away. He said, excuse me? I said, step back because I'm trying to drive away. And I'm done with you. He goes, if you pull this car out before I'm past the ass end of your car, we're gonna have an issue. I said, well, start walking. And because I can't take people that have I
He was
can't.
being nothing but an asshole.
I can't. And then 2 months later, I get the guy. I'm broke down, and he pulls in, and he takes his fucking shirt off. He's got a T-shirt on with his vest on. He takes his gun belt off, puts it on my fucking hood, and he's trying to help me stop my fucking car. So you can't you can't go for, you know what I mean?
It was the same guy.
No, it wasn't the same guy, but it's
Got you.
same department. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
In other words, you can't
That just
judge a
shows
book.
proof that they're not all the same. You know what I mean?
no,
Yeah.
I know all people aren't the same, but Jesus Christ. See, my thing is that there should be, and I'm being honest, I'm being dead balls on it. As much as we get tickets for doing things wrong, if I'm wrong, write it. I did it. I fucked it up. Don't worry about it. Okay?
Yeah.
There should be a thing for them. If I did something right, if I did nothing wrong and you pulled me over, there should be some kind of reprimand on their part or some kind of fucking
Yeah, you give me $10, pal.
whatever. There should be something that you can't pull me over if I'm doing something right. That makes 0 sense.
Michigan was doing that for a while. They had these cops going around, and if you were a great driver or a good driver and did everything right and blinkers and all that, they would pull you over and then give you like this big old gift certificate
Yeah,
Well, that was cool.
for
Yeah.
being a good driver.
But that's cool. That wouldn't bother me.
I would have said, stick it up
unless
your
you're doing
ass.
everything right. Because,
Am I detained?
unless you're doing everything right because you're scared to get pulled over and you have a fucking warrant, and then they pull you over because you're a good driver.
And a trunk full of crack.
Yeah. What the fuck did I do?
When I got pulled over in the truck,
No, lights are on, turn signal.
when I was driving to Bangor, and I'd pull into the fucking way station, and they'd pull me in to get a sticker or something. He goes, so what are you carrying? About 50 or 60 illegal immigrants. I says, headed to the border. And they just look at me. Well, a couple of guys have fucking laughed their asses off. And one guy even said, oh, you've met Trooper Trooper Stowe, haven't you? Trooper Dow, haven't you? I'm like, yeah. He said, he's usually one that stops me in here. I says, and I got that from him. Because he said to me, he goes, so what are you carrying? I told him science supplies and screen print supplies, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm going to have you, he says, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to have you get out and you're going to open the back. I'm like, yeah, no problem. So I get out, he's doing this thing. I get out. He goes, okay, you can get out and you can open the back. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Now listen to me. When you open this, there ain't going to be like 50 fucking immigrants jumping down out of this. And I fucking laughed when he said it,
He should have.
So I
had to
used
take
it,
out his
you know?
pistol if that's what he thought.
I'm like, no. See, if I was coming south, it'd be different. I says, but going north, who's going to bring immigrants to the
Or
north?
maybe
You know
in
what I mean?
Arizona or Texas.
You know what I mean?
You know, when
You
they
gotta
bring
watch
somebody
them cube trucks in Texas.
when they bring somebody in the jail, there's usually like a couple doors you have to go through before you're actually in the jail, and they usually pat you down there, and it's like your last chance. Like, is there anything on you before we go in this next door?
Before you get cavity search, motherfucker.
Before you go in, you know, I'm going to search you now, and if I find something, you're going to get charged with it. If you know,
Right,
so,
if you're in
and
jail.
get into the habit. Hey, you got anything on you that's going to stab, poke, or prod me, or anything like that? Knives, guns, weapons, drugs, blah blah blah, hand grenades, nuclear weapons, nuclear warheads, or anything like that. And they usually laugh. No, blah blah blah. I swear to God, we use that line probably on every person that comes in. You know, got anything that's going to poke, prod me, blah blah blah, nuclear warheads, hand grenades. You know, sure enough, one time.
Some
And
asshole had a hand
I'm
grenade.
so glad I wasn't working that night. The dude had a fucking grenade in the goddamn backpack. It was a dummy grenade, but
Oh,
he had a backpack, and it was like he used it for like decoration, like hanging on the side of his backpack or whatever. He's like, yeah, I got a grenade, and I guess it caused all kinds of fucking hell. And I'm like, I'm so glad I wasn't there that night because
Right. But you think about it. If a prisoner pulled a dummy grenade out, would you open the door and let him leave? If that's what he was demanding? I would.
oh, bzz, bzz, there's the door.
Have a good day. We'll catch
Yeah,
up
no
to you
shit.
later.
That's
It's a
one
good
of
way to get shot in the back of the head, but it would work.
That's one of my prepping tools is a tennis racket. So if someone does throw a grenade at me, I can just
Boink.
bump it right back at them.
That dude, you carry that, like take your backpack to a gun show and have that fucking tennis racket on the back of your backpack, you'd get so much conversation out of that, it would be crazy. What the hell's the tennis racket for? Well, let me tell you a story.
Grenades and flashbangs. Oh, speaking of flashbangs, did you know that Helen Keller was immune to flashbangs?
I bet you she could damn sheer fear the concussion, though.
That was a major topic of a conversation that we had at work the other day.
Oh my God!
She was at the hospital she was in was the town next door to where I grew up. They have a big statue out front that's set in the center of town for her. She went to Tewksbury State Hospital.
Is it like covered in bumps and stuff so the blind people can?
I'm not covered. It's
This
just at the
is
door.
her hand. This is her
At the
chin.
doorway. Wow, you're making fun of blind people? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, they don't know.
Mike.
They have fucking voices, you idiot. They have fucking ears. What the
Helen
fuck is
Keller
wrong?
didn't.
Helen Keller did. I mean,
Jesus Christ. Well, that's why she couldn't cry for help when she fucking fell down the fucking hill. She had her mittens on.
God forbid we make fun of blind people.
What's
hey,
wrong with you?
if a vegan and a vegetarian jump off a cliff, which one's going to win hitting the bottom first, or who wins when they hit the bottom?
The vegan
I
Society.
know this one.
society.
society.
Where did I just read that?
I don't know. I've seen that there's a little kid that told it on this fucking talk show. It was hilarious.
That's where I seen it. A little kid said it. Society.
I got one. There's a produce manager putting away oranges and apples and shit in the produce section. And this old lady comes up to him and says, "You got any broccoli?" He goes, "Ma'am, we ran out of broccoli. We'll have more in the morning." And she's like, "Oh," and she walks away. And he's continuing to do his work, putting up the oranges and stuff. And she's like, "Excuse me, sir, I don't see any broccoli. Do you have any broccoli?" He's like, "No, ma'am, we're out of broccoli right now. We're fresh out. We'll have some more in the morning." And she's like, "Oh." And she pushes her cart around and she's looking and looking and looking and then she gets kind of aggravated with him. She's like, "Sir, excuse me, but I can't find the broccoli. And he goes, okay, can you do me a favor? And she's like, what's that? He goes, how do you spell cat, like in catastrophic? And she's like, CAT. And he goes, okay. How do you spell fuck in broccoli? And she goes, there's no fucking broccoli. He's like, that's what I'm fucking trying to tell you.
Dad joke. Dish, what are we gonna do with him? What are we?
You know,
gonna do?
so everyone
We should
wants
take him fucking. We should take him.
Listen, everyone that watched this heard that joke. They all pictured the guy working at the grocery store as Mike DeLucia. That's Mike. He
When I was a kid, yeah, but Dish, I know what we should do to him. We should take him ice fishing.
Yep.
We should take him ice fishing.
Actually, that would make a killer mini series. Mike DeLucia working a grocery store, dealing with idiot people every day, and the shit that would come out of his mouth.
Dude, I told you when I sliced the fucking tip of this finger, the side of the finger, not the tip, right off with the fucking deli slicer. And the douchebag says,
Ooh.
please don't get blood on my turkey breast. I have half a fucking tip of my finger gone, you douchebag, and you're worried about blood in your fucking, like somebody's gonna give you fucking a turkey breast. They fucking threw that fucking thing away anyways.
Blood on it, you dumbass.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I'm like, what the fuck is these stupid people? I'm telling you, people just plain suck.
See, that would be a good series. I'd watch it. Mike DeLucia in the grocery store. Stock boy.
You don't want
We have to come up with a catchy name.
My son worked at a grocery store, and he comes home and he's just like every day. You're like, oh, how's your day? He's like, fucking old people, man. He just fucking old people. And he's like, his biggest complaint, because he used to work on like the register, but now he's like supervisor. But he's like, when he was on register, like the biggest complaint was when older people put their card in the reader, and it's like ding, 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 making the noise, and it says, please remove the card, because they can't do anything until the card's removed from the reader. Their fucking register is frozen up until, you know, and they just stand there. And he's just like, fucking old people, man. So I found this like little video meme or whatever of, it says, please remove your card, and it's got the noise going ding, 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 ding. And it's got Mitch McConnell standing there when he fucking like bumped it out.
When he blanked out.
And I sent that to my son. My son was cracking up, dude. He was like, that's exactly what happens. You have to tell them, please remove your card, even though the damn thing's telling you, remove your card. It's making a
What's
noise.
that funny beeping noise?
Yeah.
I can remember being in high school, working at a supermarket, and them calling my now wife up to the front end because they got busy, and so she would have to stop. Well, I'd be doing something, you know, stupid or whatever, and I'd walk by, and she'd be like, "Hey," and like, "Yes, dear," and she'd be like, "You need to help me." I said, "What's the matter? Can you take care of the card I have in health and beauty aids?" And I'm like, No. She goes, what do you mean no? I said, you want me to put it away? She's like, yeah. I goes, no. Put it away as in on the shelf. She was like, yeah. I goes, no, that's not going to happen. She goes, grow up. I'm like, I'm pretty much fully grown. I'm not going to grow anymore. And she's like, why can't you just do it? I go, because she wanted me to put pads away. I'm like, no, fuck you. I ain't fucking putting pads away. I'm like, you out of your fucking mind, kid? And I can remember her saying to me, because we were talking about this about 5 months ago. What are you going to do if you have kids and your daughter asks you to fucking go out and get you, or your wife asks you, no, I think she said your wife asks you to go out and get her pads. You're going to fucking bleed to death. You know? Get a fucking Band-Aid.
Grab a roll of toilet paper, flap it out. Here you go, kid.
You know, she was like,
Good
"What's wrong with you?
large.
What's wrong with you? You know, and don't you know? Don't you know? My wife's working one day, and I'm out. I was probably fishing or whatever, and my daughter calls me. Dad, I go, what? She goes, you need to go to CVS for me. Oh, what do you need? Your Amatrex refilled? Yeah, because she's got migraine. And she takes a special, she takes a drug part. And she goes, no, Dad. I go, well, honey, what do you need? And she just went, I'm like, oh, no. Nope. Not going to happen. Not going to happen today. She hangs up with me, calls my fucking wife at work. My wife calls me and says, you won't go to the store for your fucking daughter? I go, shut up. I'm already at the fucking store. Thank fucking God it bumped into my fucking name. I go, hey, do me a favor. She goes, Brianna needs some fucking plugins. I says, can you give me a box of plugins? I give her my fucking card. And she goes, are you kidding me? I go, no, I can't do it. I can't touch it. The box is too dry and can't touch it, And she's like, I can't believe I said, no, I can't. I can't do it.
I can picture Michael rubber gloves and tongs going down the aisle.
Can't do it. So my neighbor, I get the thing, right? And my daughter's like, see, Dad, did it hurt? I goes, nope, didn't hurt me at all. Well, I don't know, 2 weeks go by. And we were all up front shooting the shit. And my neighbor come downstairs and she goes, Mikey, all better? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like trying to get her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She goes, Gina, what is this phobia he has with buying pads? And she goes, I saw him in CVS. He gives me his bank card and say, can you buy me a pack of plugins for Brianna? I'm like, bitch.
Spilled the beans on you.
So
Hell,
let me take that.
I used to grab a pack and yell down the aisle to my daughter, hey, do you need these? She'd like, Dad, take off the other way. Or I'd throw them in the cart and she'd put shit over it.
We were at Walmart one time and I was like, we would just happen to be going through like the by the pharmacy, the aisle with like the KY jelly and all the condoms and stuff. And I just kind of like walked real slow and like stopped and was like looking at him. My wife kept walking. And I was like, honey. And she turns around and real loud, I was like, do I need the extra large or the magnums? And she just started laughing. She goes, neither. And I'm like, that backfired on me. So the year is 1986.
I graduated high school.
You just got done hanging out with your buddies at the local flea market. And you're talking about the stuff that you bought at the local flea market from like the one-eyed guy with all the camouflage shit at the tent in the back of the flea market. Yeah. What did you get? A fucking Ninja Star.
I got 5 nights of detention and 2 days suspension for making one of those metal fab when I was in fucking 7th grade.
Wow.
What'd you do? Did you solder a bunch of 16-penny nails together or some shit?
No, metal fab.
Oh, really? We used to
We were
just
metal
take
fab. We had everything. We had everything. And so one of the 8th graders was showing me how to do it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. Because we had a sub, and sub wasn't paying attention. She's reading her fucking book. I must have made fucking 20 of the fucking things during class. Had the kids fucking grind them all down for me and everything. It was fucking the balls. I had them everywhere. Passing them out.
This younger generation don't know how fucking lucky they are that they're roaming the streets with probably fucking millions of fucking ninjas from the 80s, man, because we were all...
Absolutely. Here's how stupid I am. I cut myself throwing it.
I want to throw this fucker so bad, but I'm looking around. I don't have anything really...
You got a big ass Mosin stock right there you could hit with it.
No, I'm not the... I got a 2x4. I got a shelf made out of 2x4s over here, but if I miss the 2x4, I would definitely put a hole in like some of my wife's like important shit that she has.
Yeah, and knowing your luck, your wife's standing right behind that flag, listening to the shit you're saying, and you'll hit her right between the eyes with that fucking thing.
We're good. She's not there. So, my luck, I would throw it and miss, and it would go in a box. I'm like, oh, what did I fucking hit? Something from
Wedding
the
pictures.
Yeah, that or one of your water pipes.
Yeah, I got 5 nights of detention. I got suspended.
Oh, you're talking like water pipes to the house. I was thinking something else. I was getting ready to say that would stink.
Do you know how cool those? You know how fast those things go to a fucking suspended ceiling?
Yeah, right.
It's like a fucking. I just went like this, and it never came back. I went.
But
Where
look,
the
it came
fuck
with
did that go?
the nylon sheath. Look at that heavy duty sheath. Look at
There
that
you go.
the construction on this bad boy. It's got the single snap. Oh man, with the plastic inside.
Oh, those things are the fucking absolute.
Man, you
balls.
could fit a dime bag in that.
Yeah, you could put a lot of stuff in here.
I could never kill a bird though. I made myself a little backstop and everything. I can never hit the birds.
So let me tell you, the same place I bought this, I also picked up this sticker.
What's that say? I like guys.
I love fat girls. That's hilarious.
Fat bottom girls.
Yeah, so I was like, oh man, I gotta have that sticker.
Who doesn't? I mean,
It was like the only sticker that
Girls
was
are
fun.
girls.
The rest were all like, Second Amendment stuff and
Bunch of crap.
stuff. And they had one sticker that wasn't like political or whatever, and it was like, I love fat girls. And I'm like, fuck, I want that.
Careful what you wish for. Could have a
Right.
parade chasing you home.
Dude, I love fat girls. What can I say?
nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. They have vaginas. They're better than me.
I just need
Right.
I just gotta drive around until I see a girl with a sticker on the back of her car that says, I like fat guys. Like, we were meant for each other. I guess my wife likes fat guys because she's been with me ever since I've been fat.
Is that she's with you for that, or is she just putting up with you now after you've crested the hill? She's just putting up with you now.
I think we're at the point where we just put up with each other because nobody else really wants us. So
So I guess that she's putting up with you more than you're putting up with her.
I don't know, man. She's got a list of things that gets on my damn nerves.
She
Long as
wouldn't
it
be
don't
doing.
get on your last nerve.
She wouldn't be doing her womanly duties if she didn't get under your skin. My wife gets under my skin probably fucking 4 days out of 7.
So I look at my wife and I go, "Ooh, look, her last nerve."
I throw at my wife all the time. She gets pissed off at me when I say it to her. I go, "Hey, babe, just remember one thing. You're responsible for your own happiness." She says, "Yeah, I can attest to that." I go, "Guess what else?" She goes, "What?" I goes, "You're also responsible for your own misery." Oh, does she fucking hate when I throw that at her?
I always tell my wife, I was like, you got the Tom Petty song. Every time it's on, I sing it. You got lucky, babe. When I found you.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, you did.
I walk around the house singing.
We're a hot mess, and I was able to,
Remember Styx?
Fixer.
Remember the group Styx? I walk around the house singing, "Babe, I'm leaving." And she goes, "See ya." And I go, "I must be on my way. Do you need help packing?" I says, "Try not to smile." She goes, "Smile?" She says, "I'm doing backflips." And I go, "We should do a fucking TikTok."
Right.
Right?
But she's always picking on it. And I'm like, "Okay, bitch."
TikTok has
Shaking
got
his
to be the
balls
worst
in the jar.
social media or anything. There's so many stupid people on TikTok. I cannot believe how many people. There was a lady that stole a bunch of liquor or whatever from a store in Columbus, Ohio, and then when the cops stopped her out in the parking lot to confront her about it, she tried to run over a cop, and of course they fucking shot and killed her. So,
Well, why would you try to fucking run over a cop over fucking stolen booze?
Right. And she was pregnant. What the fuck she's stealing boots for? But here's the thing.
Probably for her fucked up shitty boyfriend.
Every fucking TikToker made videos about it that said, she was, mowed down by the police. She was murdered and her baby was murdered and blah, blah, blah. And she was accused of stealing nothing. There's no evidence. So
Yeah.
what does the police do? Here's your fucking video from Kroger, from the store, her stealing everything.
Yeah.
Here's the video of her walking out with it with her other friends. Here they are putting the stolen merchandise in the car. Oh, by the way, here they are trying to run the cop over. So here's all your video evidence.
See, that's what they should have done with that guy they choked out. I'm not condoning them choking him out. That's bullshit. But they should have released the whole video quicker, and it may have calmed down the fucking riots and shit a little bit.
George Floyd thing.
So,
They did with the George Floyd thing. They did release a lot of video of what happened before and how he was acting, and none of the news organizations showed it.
Of course not.
Yeah, they
back in the day, this kid was 15 years old. Stole a city bus, not a school bus, not a yellow 40-foot school bus, a fucking city bus. So now he's in a fucking, what do you call it, right? He gets off the main drag. Now he's going to a cul-de-sac. And the cop's like, well, we got him now. He's in a cul-de-sac. He's bouncing off cars, as you can imagine. So now there's blue lights everywhere. It's not like we didn't know what the fuck, right? So the cop's in the middle of the road. He's got his gun drawn. Telling him to stop. Wouldn't stop. But he said about 20 feet before he was going to get run over, he shot at the fucking driver's side. He killed the kid. All right. The mother gets on the news.
Oh, Lord.
She's at the Wilmington. This isn't the town I grew up in. She's at the Wilmington Police Department. You shot him because he was black.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm watching it on the news, and they interviewed somebody. I forget who it was. And they said, did they shoot him because he was black? Or did they shoot him because he was trying to run down a police officer in a city bus?
Right.
Right.
And first words out of her mouth, he wasn't a bad boy. No, he wasn't. He stole a city bus. He bounced off cars. He failed to stop for fucking police officers. Oh, by the way, then he tried to run one over, and you want to know why now he has 2 to the chest.
Can't fix stupid. Oh, speaking of which, in Maui, they found those missing school buses. They mysteriously showed up at a military base in the area.
Dude, I've seen so many videos where they have like National Guard and shit there, and police not letting people go anywhere, and like top secret shit going on. People are like, "Why can't we get in here? Why can't we go do the?" Something's really going on down there, man. It doesn't. None of that shit makes sense.
Well, now they got blown off the news by the volcano erupting in Hawaii.
Oh, there's a volcano erupting in Hawaii now?
Yeah, a little one that erupts every 5 days or whatever. But now that's the big news. Oh.
Well, don't forget about the Mexican aliens.
I haven't seen that yet. I have to look.
Dude, it totally looks like somebody made some aliens out of fucking Play-Doh or whatever, and they wheel them out. Big press conference and shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to take our attention away from Biden getting impeached. Just saying.
No. I tell you what.
And speaking of which, and I will put up the evidence tomorrow. Who predicted?
I will tell you though, they do have something going on to take away from the Biden impeachment.
Oh, and by the way, they're like throwing putting Kamala on the burning the witch on the fucking post too.
Now listen, if I was a gambling man, Here's what I would do if I was one Donald J. Trump. I would say, you know what we should do? You call off the dogs on me, and then I'll make sure the dogs are called off on you. Call it a day. Everybody's a fucking wiser. Nobody has to worry about a fucking thing.
Well, the bad thing is about that, the ones who are really controlling government are the ones going after Biden now. Even CNN is turning their back on him.
He's a fucking idiot.
Well, but they've been supporting him from right up until yesterday.
Well, but
And she's as dumb as the day is long. Good.
They still got their smoke and mirrors, because what they've did is they're giving us one of their own. They're eating their own. What they're giving us is Hunter Biden. They're going to give us that because he got indicted on the weapons charges.
What about the coke charges?
Well, you can't. That's So he got indicted. He got 3 felony charges. Okay, those for me and you would probably get 10 years in prison for, but for him, he's going to get like
30 days.
It's probation. It's his first time offense or some shit like that.
His
blah, blah,
father
blah.
could pardon him.
Well, that would be a major problem right there, I think. Hang on, I got to kill a spider that just come right down in front of me.
You're so macho.
But
right, Dish.
I think they're giving us Biden or Hunter Biden. They're giving us Hunter Biden because that's taking over the news cycle right now. You don't hear anything about the impeachment going on. It's just fucking Hunter Biden. So he's the sacrificial lamb. You know what I mean? It's like he got to the point where he's like, son, you fucked up so much.
I'm telling you, they're going to get rid of the other Biden too, and they're bringing up that asshole from California, and he's going to win.
Son, when I get home, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smack your mama right in the mouth. My zipper's stuck, Daddy.
Yeah, I don't.
Predicted.
Yeah, they're definitely turning on him, but they're also sticking up for him.
Yeah, as long as they get Gretchen out of this state, hallelujah. Of course.
I like to know who they're going to put up against him.
Who?
Against who?
Biden.
They're going to bring Gavin Newsom up from California.
No.
You watch. And they are going to Hollywood him like you've never.
They would already have to be doing it by now.
You watch.
Yeah. And another thing.
They're going to Hollywood celebrity him. He's going to be on every channel. It's going to be crazy. And that's who everybody's going to vote for.
And they fucked up too with this New Mexico governor because they were testing the waters.
Yeah.
And they had to turn on her because she took it too far.
Yep.
You can't tell me they weren't testing the waters because they were using public health as an excuse to ban guns.
Yeah.
So, and what do we got coming up, guys? We got more COVID coming. We know it's coming. They've talked about it. They're talking about masks. They got colleges making mandates already, all this stuff. So we're going to have that public, in the name of public health, we're going to have the COVID 2.0 coming. Yeah, you did. I know you did.
Mr. Predictor.
But you're going to have COVID 2.0 coming, and what they wanted to do was fucking ban guns for a national health crisis.
I'm just waiting for the lockdown at Dish's house. You watch my timing.
You're not
can't leave.
You're not invited.
They tried to test it in New Mexico, and and people were like, "Fuck you," and we've had enough. And they realized it's not going to work. The people aren't going to go for it, and so now that's another sacrificial lamb. They're eating her alive too. Her own people won't even support her anymore. So
they're gonna get rid of Biden, bring up Newsom. Suddenly they're gonna close the border because they have enough here, and it's gonna be a shit show. It is gonna be a shit show. Homie will be dug in. Dish. Right up, straight up that
Right
highway.
on.
You know where it's at. You've been there.
Yep.
Bring your mama. That's cool.
Right on.
You know who ain't invited though.
Right on.
Just saying. You got to have a sacrificial lamb.
That's right.
You know,
That's
so
no problem.
the wolves will be busy, and then you can escape with your mama.
Right on.
I'll put a roast in the oven.
Ooh, yummy.
See?
I'll put a roast in there.
And I'll even put a handrail up on the little back deck so you can put your coffee while you're hunting.
He
Ooh,
did.
cool.
Oh, God have mercy.
I laughed so hard when I saw that. I about died.
You about died and went to heaven, didn't you?
Is that the
You like,
alien or is that a human?
Come on, dude. Spell it out for us.
Did Madonna's swelling go down? Is that what she ended up looking like? God.
I have no idea.
I used to love her.
Don't those fucking people have friends that say, honey, no.
Yeah,
No,
look
that
at
looks
stop.
bad on you.
Got fucking 2 ping pong balls inserted under on their cheeks.
Yeah, whatever gave you that like inclination?
Plastic. Make a slit, slide it in.
Here.
Uh,
Don't get too excited, Mikey. I don't want you to bust a nut or anything. I know how you feel about her, so don't get too excited. I gotta show you a picture.
Hey, Dave, what's going
Uh-oh.
on? Good to see you.
Yeah, that's the only thing though. If they bring up Gretchen Wilson, Whitmer,
Yeah.
I have a feeling her is gonna like throw a hissy fit. Maybe she'll tell on everybody and everything will get fixed. Well, you were on the island too, motherfucker. Uh-oh. Ohio's putting on his Cher costume.
Ooh, can't wait to see that.
Boy, there's been a good picture of her on Facebook up in the top promoting. No, wait. That's been YouTube promoting, come see these old pictures.
Yeah.
Her in this little halter, shiny, sparkly halter thing with a little teeny skirt. Got to tell you, back in the day,
Yep.
one time I agree with Mike.
Yep.
But you talk about a mental human being. I've watched a couple interviews with her, and it's like, oof. Kind of recent interviews. Her Sonny and Cher stuff is fine, but nowadays,
She's a lunatic.
Yeah, but aren't most of them pretty much
Sorry, I
Yeah.
fucking rocker?
fucking coughing fit just now. Sorry about that. I felt it come up. I muted and
that sucks.
I hate being sick, man.
That hot looking chick made you drool, didn't she?
Yeah.
God.
It's 1:45. Steve, you gonna do a chat tomorrow night?
I plan on it. By hook or by crook.
I'm gonna try to be on it as long as I still have power and there's no,
Yeah. Freaking hurricane, tornado, whatever.
I want to thank everybody for coming in. You guys on the panel, thank you very much, much appreciated. It was great to see Trevor tonight. I haven't seen him in a while, or heard from him rather, and that was super cool.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad he landed on his feet.
Yeah. So, you guys check out Stevie. You guys know what you're gonna do. Stevie's gonna probably do it around 10-ish, probably.
Ish.
And
I'll try to do it a little earlier, but seems like shit always comes up.
we'll see. That's why I say ish,
Right.
and it doesn't hold you.
So late. If you'd eat
What's
earlier,
that?
then shit before the chat, not right before it.
Yeah. All right, you guys, and you guys on the panel. I'm just gonna exit out and get out of here.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you guys. We'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you all tomorrow night at Stevie's chat. If not, we'll see you. Will you see me next Friday night? You may not see me next Friday night. You may or may not. We don't know yet. But anywho, have a good week. Ciao.
Good night, buddy.
See you, everybody. Thanks.